bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, now Ninos is with us. Nick Menken. We got Brian Bitler, Rod Zawacky, Brad Francis, and making an appearance will be Sean as well, Sean Murphy. All right, here's how they'll line up for this evening. And we've got Ninos, Murphy, Francis, Bitler, Zawacky, Menken, and I will close this one out. All right, just baseball here on the board. I offered at WNBA, no takers. Not surprising. I don't, but we'll have baseball for you here on the show. So let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. We'll go ahead and welcome in Al Ninos. Right, Al Ninos here starts us off. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Before game time, heard he was headed out for that Rays game in Dodgers, trying to shop for the best price. Al Ninos always got to shop.
Always. Lines, tickets, everything, guys. It all matters, man. All adds up. But yeah, no, trying to figure it out. I got my tickets for tomorrow's game. I might still drive down there tonight. Still got a few minutes to decide, I guess. Definitely want to be there for first pitch tomorrow. Could miss a couple of the... Might not mind missing the first inning today, but definitely we want to be there for opening pitch tomorrow.
You missed the opener. You'll miss the opener for the Rays, so you'll get in there to see the Kuz well. But anyway, Dodgers and Rays. This is the rematch of the World Series 2020. So we got here Rays favored here at -120. Total sits at 9.
That's right, and they haven't met each other since then. You know, these teams don't play each other often, and it's one of the reasons why I was looking so forward to going to see this game is because I got a chance to see my Dodgers in a while. But they are back in town now, and pretty interesting matchup here, especially when you look at the pitching matchup. Two lineups that can hit the ball pretty well, especially this Rays lineup that's been very impressive this season. The Dodgers definitely have some guys there that could definitely step up, though, and give this Rays lineup a run for their money. I still rather take this Dodgers lineup myself. And when you look at the pitching matchup I was talking to you about a second ago, you mentioned the opener for the Rays is going to be Jalen Beeks, so expect him to go an inning or two at most. And then after that, it'll be Cooper Criswell coming in, and well, he's posted some pretty ugly numbers. So as ugly as Noah Syndergaard's numbers have been this season, they're still better than Criswell's, and I think that's where the Dodgers need to make the most damage. Beyond that, both bullpens have been a little bit shaky, so not the best bullpens we've seen out of these teams for the past few years for sure. And again, I just think both teams get going offensively here, and you mentioned Noah Syndergaard being a bit better than Criswell, but still think the Rays do some damage off him, and I think, as I said, both teams get some runs in tonight. Might be a lower scoring game tomorrow, but I think both offenses get going tonight, and like the over in this one.
All right, Nino says go over the total of 9 here with this Dodgers and Rays game. It was at 9.5 last night. We are seeing some movement here to 9.5. You may see the line change here at the sharpest book in the world. You may see that hook come up right now as we're getting closer to game time, as you want to make sure you shop and get the best number, no doubt about that. When you're definitely getting out there and hitting the books. Obviously these are two good hitting lineups, as we know. Definitely this Rays team can hit the ball and averaging nearly, I think it's nearly here. Well, we know the Dodgers here on the road putting up nearly 6 runs a game. It's always a concern with that Dodger bullpen, right? ERA near 6 on the road, and we've seen some lineups that give some damage to this Rays team. They don't seem as dominant in the bullpen as they were in years past.
No, and that's the thing, these bullpen games don't usually work out for many teams. It's a thing that the Rays have been able to work quite well over the last few seasons, but again, just not that same bullpen this season. And again, against this lineup, I just don't see it working out too well. Again, I expect the Rays to put up some runs as well, so both offenses should put up at least one of these offenses, I guess, could get close to this number. It's a pretty high total, obviously, but again, I expect it all to add up to an over tonight.
Now, Ninos here looking over here. You're going to see some 9.5 start to pop up. We're seeing this around the board right now. I don't know if you're going to get a 9 right now. There are some 9s. There are some 9s out there. A few of them, some U.S. sportsbooks have some 9s. But right now, the majority of the market right now is moving to 9.5 here. So I think the concern there is now we just saw the live line come at 9.5. So the sharpest book here moving to 9.5. So we're seeing some nice guys. Where to act fast. Syndergaard with that issues with the homers. That's the concern. And of course, the Rays can hit the home run, almost 2 home runs per game. So keep an eye there. Over 9 runs, still available in many U.S. sports books. We just saw the sharpest line move right now live. Matter of fact, Rays just moved even more to minus 126. These are live lines, so you're going to see the lines move even during our segments. This one will have a start time 6:40 Eastern time, one of the marquee games of the night. All right, now Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we got Major League Baseball on the board, 15-game card. Down to 14 as we already have a game in the books. Great results from El Ninos in Major League Baseball this year. 624 units of profit. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, quite a few games. A lot of leans for me tonight. A lot of very interesting matchups, I gotta say, and a lot of games I could have had some action on, but just 2 felt more comfortable going on the premium side and going a little bigger on. So you can get them both individually or just grab a long-term 2-for-1 capper pass if you want to get all the action.
That's right, guys. Got more El Ninos over at Pick Dodge Premium. Great results from Major League Baseball. El Ninos here with the $19 premium on the board right now. Also in there, Grand Slam single plays. But instead of buying the plays individually, it is Friday, so the 3-day All Sports Pass, that Weekend Warrior Pass, great value there. Get all of El Ninos premium plays for 3 days. All the baseball. Of course, remember we got NBA and hockey tomorrow, so that's also part of that 3-day All Sports Pass. Pick is a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. That success. We'll catch up with you next week. But let everybody know that you also contribute here to the weekend shows.
That's right. Might actually do the Sunday show outside of Tropicana Field. They got an early start on Sunday. Who knows? So might do that one live out there. But should be on tomorrow and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern to get the day started. Make sure you tune in on Mitch and the crew.
Mitch and the crew, indeed, guys. Tune in there at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, Al, have a great time. I have a feeling you're going to make it to the ballpark, and we'll talk with you next week.
The more I'm talking about it, the more I want to go. So.
Yeah, go check it out, man. Right. Go check it out. El Ninos here on the drive-thru, guys. Let's continue on. We're going to welcome in Sean Murphy now to the drive-thru. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. He's been on absolute fire amongst the unit leaders here for 2023. He's been on absolute fire over on the site. So let's bring him in right now. Sean Murphy. I think we're ready to roll with Sean Murphy. We got him in the Skype roll today. So let's bring him in. I don't know if I've got him in my camera view. Let me see. Probably not, right? No, I knew I forgot to do something, but we'll bring in Sean. Sean, what's going on?
Not too much. Can you hear me all right, Tony?
I can hear you all right today. Let's get. Okay. Actually, I know we'll get your game up here for you right now here as we're going to be looking at this Dodgers and Rays game. We're not looking at Dodgers and Rays game, which we're going to be looking here at the Blue Jays and Twins. I should have moved the screen here. So, but anyway, we're going to be looking here at this one tonight here between the Twins and the Rays, and this one with the Rays favorite here. Jays. I'm sorry, the Jays. The Jays favorite here on the road.
Yeah, 2 rhyming teams. I can understand the mix-up. The Blue Jays, this is a big game for the Blue Jays here. They're coming off, they're just going to be happy to get out of the AL East right now because if you look at these last couple of weeks, they lost 3 out of 4 to the Yankees. After that, got swept by the Orioles. Just went into Tampa and lost 3 out of 4 to the Rays. So, big-time slide for the Jays, and now they're slipping further and further back in the AL East. So they need to get on track here. And really, the pitching matchups aren't going to get any easier this weekend. I know tomorrow they're up against Lopez for the Twins here. So they're going to look to take advantage here tonight as a favorite. We've got Kevin Gausman going for the Blue Jays. It's been interesting with him. His last 4 starts, the Blue Jays have lost all 4 of those games. But, his numbers can't be much better here. 247 FIP, 108 WHIP, and those numbers are right in line with his stats from the last 2 full seasons. We've seen him with the Giants and then last year with the Jays. So, it's been interesting that he's pitched that well, but just can't get enough support, can't buy a win here lately, and that's just been the case for the Jays as well. I think they do catch the Twins at a good time here. Minnesota's missing so many of their regulars here. You look up and down their injury list, and it's the majority of their day one starters from the beginning of the season. So, Twins have been struggling a little bit as well. They're going to go with Louis Varland here tonight. Again, he's pitched well. He's probably pitched better than they could have expected here so far this season. But Jays, for all the losses they've been piling up here, we know what they're capable of at the plate. They still have Plenty of offense. I think they can get to Verland here. Two bullpens are pretty much, I would rank these two bullpens very similarly, but one number that kind of stands out here, we got the Jays with only 5 blown saves this year. Twins have already had 10 blown saves, 3 in the last week alone, or last 7 games alone, sorry. And at home this year, just 6 converted and 6 blown. So the back end of these games, they've been struggling. So if we can project the Jays to have an advantage here in the first 5 or so with Gosman, I think they can. I think they can close it out as well. They've gotten a little healthier with Adam Simber returning lately. So yeah, we'll take a shot with the Jays here, even though we're laying around 50 cents here with Toronto tonight.
All right, we got Sean here on the Blue Jays. This one now at about minus 140. We've seen that line come down a little bit in this one, down to with Jays. Sean's send off here at minus 149. I think some people just might kind of playing the trends here, looking at how the Blue Jays have struggled. But the Twins has been, as you said, it's been at the plate this season. They lose 2 of 3 at home here to the Giants. A Giants team that's had their issues in the bullpen as well. But then we saw them on that West Coast trip, kind of up and down in those games.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of with Minnesota, when they're healthy, they have a pretty good lineup. I mean, top to bottom, they're they've got plenty of guys there that can hit. But you look right now, I mean, just so many guys: Gallo, Correa, Larnach, all these guys, Polanco, all these guys are hurt right now. I haven't seen tonight's lineup yet to see who actually is in the lineup, but they've just kind of had guys in and out. In the offseason, they lost Luis Arias. That was kind of a big loss for them as well. So, some bit of a trouble. The Twins are always one of those teams you kind of expect them to be. Their pitching is going to have to kind of get them there, and that's been the case again this year. So, we'll see if the Jays can walk in there and kind of slug out a win here tonight, because this is a game, like I said, they need, because the next 2 days, tomorrow they've got Bassett against Lopez. That's pretty much. That's a tough matchup right there. Bassett's been pitching well, but Lopez is the Twins' ace. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes tonight. But I'm going to go with the Jays to bounce back.
All right, Sean here with the Jays to bounce back. You can actually find in the minus 130s, the high 30s now in this one. That is the line minus 137. I'm seeing in some of the more popular books. Minus 136 still in some of the popular books. So lots of good value there on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays minus 149 here against the Twins. This one they have a start time here of 8:10 Eastern time. All right, Sean, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for some nice action. Look at the numbers here from Sean's been producing outstanding 1,831 units of profit. That's all dog. That's amongst the unit leaders over at Pick Dodge Print, guys. Fantastic work here from Sean. Tonight, Sean, well, it's pretty simple. Just 14 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. I know WNBA's up there. Don't hear a lot of people talking about it, so I doubt people will be on them. But anyway, what do you have going on at the site?
Yeah, I've got a 10-star baseball play going off in about, I believe that one goes off in about 25 minutes. So if you want that one, you're going to have to act quickly on that. And then I've also got a total going on shortly after. So 2 plays on the go tonight. We'll get back at it in the NBA and NHL tomorrow as well. And of course, a busy Saturday, busy weekend as always in baseball. So yeah, I've got my 3-day package up, 3-day special, $69 for that one. So that's been a popular pick up here in the last month or so. So if that's how you choose to take advantage, that's a good way to go.
That's right, guys. Got to go to Sean Murphy over at Pick Dodge. Look at the results here for this year. 1,831 units of profit. Also showing great profit here for the entire month is Sean Murphy. And, of course, baseball has been a big winner for Sean, so get on board. He's got plays for you tonight, individual plays. But, again, that long-term pass, he's put a good sale for that 3-day pass Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got, full cards, Major League Baseball, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to have an NBA game, and we know an NHL game here for you on Saturday. So this is what you want to get on board with Sean. Remember that promo code PICK at checkout will take 15% off that price. So really good value. I think it knocks it down to 59 when you use that promo code. So really good value there, guys. Get on board with Sean. That 3-day pass, get on board. You get a lot of action from Sean Murphy, and you can see the great results here in baseball this year. And, of course, overall for the year, 1,831 units of profit. All right, Sean, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again hopefully next week.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a great weekend.
You got it. Sean Murphy here on the drive-through. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here. Baseball here on the topic. We're going to go ahead and welcome in Brad Francis. You catch him over at Pick Dodge Pim. We'll bring in Brad right now. Of course, no UFC this weekend, but he'll be back next week with Mills as they get together with their UFC talk here. So we'll go ahead and bring in Brad in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Brad Francis. Thinks he's set to go here. We're going to talk some baseball today with Brad. And of course, we'll get him, bring him right now. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. Looking forward to this weekend card today. Of course, you're going to be looking at this one tonight here between this Rangers team and the Orioles. We've got two pretty good offenses going head-to-head in this one.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better matchups tonight, and I'm definitely excited for it. But I'm going to roll with the Rangers in this one. Rangers are coming off a rest day on Thursday, whereas the Orioles, they're coming off that series against the Yankees, which they played well in. But Rangers, they're going to be the far more rested team in this one. They'll also have the better pitcher as well. John Gray, he gets to start for the Rangers tonight. Coming into this one 4-1 with a 3.02 ERA. Whereas, we got rookie Grayson Rodriguez on the mound for the Orioles. Comes into this one with a 6.21 ERA. He's given up 10 home runs this season. And look, the Rangers, they rank first in RBIs and batting average this season. So I think it's going to be a tough night for Rodriguez. And personally, I was surprised the Rangers weren't a slight favorite in this one. So the fact that you could get them at underdog odds is a steal in my opinion. So give me the Rangers all day.
All right, Brad is going to go here with the Rangers here, plus the 115 here against this Baltimore Orioles team. Of course, the pitching matchup here in this one, Rodriguez and Gray. Of course, Rodriguez has kind of been one of those younger pitchers, and you're gonna have that with these guys, right? You're gonna have your ups and downs as they try to figure out this league. No doubt about that. Here we're looking at Rodriguez here. There was something I noted here. It's just a rough start for him at home with an ERA over 7.
Exactly. Now you got to play basically the best hitting team in the league. I mean, good luck, man. It's going to be a tough one.
Angels.
And I feel like on the other side, John Gray, I don't think he gets enough respect. You got DeGrom and Evaldi just playing lights out. So, I mean, he's a great pitcher as well. I think he flies a little under the radar. So I think it's just a total pitching mismatch.
Yeah, his last 2 starts, Gray's allowed a total of 2 earned runs, and that's logging in. Let's see here. That's logging in. What are we looking at here? Almost 13 to 20 innings. So that's some pretty impressive numbers here from John Gray here over his past 3 starts. Brad here on the Rangers plus 115 here against the Orioles. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, 14 games on the board for Major League Baseball, NBA and NHL back in action tomorrow. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, just keep it in line with one play today. Check it out, my 5-star MLB play. Super confident about it. $19 on the side, but super pumped for this weekend to get all the sports back in action. I love the MLB, but kind of miss not having some other things to choose from. So it's a great day to hop on for a weekend pass, a 3-day. I'll definitely be back with some more plays tomorrow.
That's right, guys. I get on board here with Brad Francis over at Pick Dodge. From a single play up there for you. But again, the best value to do is get that 3-day pass. Everybody likes that during the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big cards tomorrow. Major League Baseball and Sunday. NBA, NHL back in action tomorrow with some pretty big games. So get on board. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. To that success. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, Tony.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss any picks, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go to welcome in Brian Bitler. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Brian today. Let's see how he's doing. Brian, what's going on?
Well, glad to be here with my friends on the drive-thru. Always a great Friday when I get to spend it with you guys. And it's been an up and down month, an up and down week. Hopefully I catch fire to close out the month.
That's right, indeed. Hopefully we can catch some fire here from Brian Bitler tonight. We go to the Giants and Brewers again tonight as these teams go in Game 2 of their series, this long 4-game weekend series. We got the Brewers here favored here at minus 146 with a total here sitting at 8.
For me here, I'm going to roll with one of the teams that you usually can almost always find value on, the San Francisco Giants on the money line. Drive through tonight. Giants are playing much better baseball than they started out this year. They've won 8 of their last 10. Alex Wood, normally a dependable veteran, but he hasn't really gone more than 4 innings since coming back from injury. Giants 5-2 last 7, game 2 of a series, and they've won 7 of their last 8 versus a right-handed pitcher. Brewers on the other side haven't fared well versus lefties, just 3-7 last 10 games versus a left-handed pitcher, and also versus the NL West teams. The Brewers just 2-8 over the last 10. I like the value here. I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants on the money line. I think they get a slight upset against the Brewers.
All right, Brian here going to go with the Giants here to get the victory here against the Brewers. And of course, yeah, as you mentioned, that the big key here in this game is the fact that the Brewers have had their struggles here against left-handed pitching. Right, there's 219 against lefty starters, and they're averaging less than looks like less than 3 runs a game as they face these lefties.
Yeah, I think if Alex Wood, like I said, he hasn't been his typical sturdy veteran self, only going about 4 innings. He hasn't gone more than 4 innings, but I think if there's a team that he can go 6 strong against, it might be the Milwaukee Brewers because of their struggles against left-handed pitching. So I like the plus money odds tonight.
All right, Brian here on the plus money odds. No doubt here, the Giants here plus 120 here against the Brewers. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we still have 14 games here from Major League Baseball. NBA, NHL back in action tomorrow. Good results from Brian here in the MLB. You can see 729 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Print. All right, Brian, what do you have going on over at the site?
Up off a profitable 2-in-1 day yesterday, my titanium $19 best bet hit again. 27, 14-1. That's a 66% run. Last 42 $19 best bets. And overall, my $19 titanium best bet, 168, 117-1. That's over the last 286 $19 best bets. So make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com. It's in Major League Baseball, of course, tonight. Definitely want to check that out. Or you can get it in my 3-pack. It's Friday. It's Square Dancing Friday 3-pack that includes that titanium play. $50 guaranteed to turn a profit. Make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com and pick it up.
That's right, guys. Get on board over at Pick Dodge Print with Brian Bitler. You can see the great results here from Major League Baseball from Brian. So get on board with this place for tonight, as he does have that titanium wager. It's only $19. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is credit guaranteed. Of course, the long-term passes will be your best value there. Pick promo code, you'll save 15% off. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. Enjoy your Square Dancing Friday, and we'll catch up with you again on next week.
I'll tell you what, it's hard for me to hold these puppies down. I'm going out dancing tonight. Hopefully I'll catch you on Monday, and I'll be streaking.
Streaking indeed. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on with our coverage. Time to welcome in Rod Zawacky. He's been good to us here on the drive-thru. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Print. Catch him in the morning shows every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Bring him right now. Rod, what's going on?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying my Friday, and definitely getting ready for some nice baseball action tonight. And let's get a nice winner for everybody tuning in here tonight into this game.
Absolutely. We're heading over to Major League Baseball here. Is that we got the Phillies and the Braves going head-to-head in this one. With the Phillies are going to be dogs here. We got the Braves, the favorite here at minus 146 here with Schuster on the hill. Of course, you've seen all these these pitchers that some of the newer names here because of the injuries. Taijuan Walker, who's had his struggles, will be on the mound for the Phillies.
Yeah, Taijuan Walker's definitely had his struggles at times this season. You look, he's definitely struggled more on the road. 2-2 with a 7.42 ERA on the road this season. You look, he's even worse in night games. 1-2 with a almost 8 ERA in night games, and that's big here. Phillies on the road have been awful altogether. 0-5 in their last 5 road games, as we've seen in Game 1. Got pounded 8-5 in that one. And even with Schuster on the mound, I think he might give up a couple as well. So both of these pitchers might not equate to who's going to get the win in this one. But you look, for me, if it comes down to the bullpens, you look at the bullpens and the Phillies at night, their bullpen is giving a 4.96 ERA in night games this season, while the Braves bullpen is considerably better in night games, almost 1.2 runs per game less than what these Phillies are giving up in the bullpen. So if it comes to the bullpen late, I'm going to put my money on the Braves in this one. And Phillies, you look at the Phillies, they've got 7 straight losses as road dogs versus a National League opponent. They've also failed to cover that run line in those 7 straight as a road dog versus an NL opponent. Also 2-10 in their last 12 on the road versus a left-handed starter. Well, the Braves, look at the Braves versus the bad teams, 62-18 in their last 80 games versus teams with losing records. Only one way to go here. I'm going to go with the Braves to beat up on the Phillies again. You can take him on the money line because that's not a bad price, but I like him on the run line. I'm going to go with a little bit of plus money here. I think they easily win by 2-3 runs over the Phillies in this one tonight.
All right, there we go with Rod here. He likes this one here with the run line here. Braves lay the run in half, plus 127, plus 131. You do the shopping, get the best numbers. Yeah, it has been some issues here. We know Walker's had his issues, and of course, these Phillies have had their issues here against left-handed starters. Just 2.6 runs a game against them, and their bullpen ERA has been approaching 6 on the road. I just remember that Dodgers series when that bullpen got pounded. Yeah, they had some success in Colorado, but that's Colorado. When they face the better teams, that's where you got to be concerned with these Phillies.
Yeah, exactly. They faced the better teams on the road here, and they just struggled against the better teams on the road. Just on the road, all in general. 0-5. They just haven't looked good. They've got some nice wins at home, but on the road, yikes! It's Jekyll and Hyde, and it's been more Hyde Jekyll than any Hyde going in this one. So easy, I'm going to take the Braves here in this one. Fade the Phillies on the road.
Fade the Phillies. They haven't been good. All right, Rod. You know what? We know we're not going to see you tomorrow, so you know what I'm putting up here next, right? We're putting up here this one here game. Are we gonna the Golden Knights going to take care of business at home right now? Live odds here. Sharpest book in the world has Golden Knights here in Game 5 minus 140 favorites, total 5.5.
And you know what? If you look at the way the game was in Game 4, if Dallas can come out like that, they definitely have a shot to send it to Game 6. But I'm going to take the under. I like the under 5.5. I think things tightened up even more than what we've seen in Game 4, where it was 2-2 to heading to overtime. We can see that again. Both Game 1 and Game 2 in Las Vegas both needed overtime in this series to find a winner. So I would sprinkle a little bit on an overtime game in this one, and I like the under 5.5. Goals definitely come at a premium in this one again. Andra stands on his head. Aiden Hill stands on his head, and we've seen 3-2, kind of a common theme. Might be 2-1 in this one.
All right, that's right. Of course, it was almost 3-2 in that Carolina series, but that crazy goal at the end, right? That was late. These late goals sometimes get you, right?
Sometimes them late goals get you. They're close with the under because it's that close. They're close, tight games. I don't think the late goal gets us here. Take the under 5.
All right, that's it. Under. We got it. Rod under 5.5 on record for tomorrow's Stars Golden Knights game number 5 on Diamond tonight. Likes Braves run line. Lay the run and a half plus 127 against the Phillies. Rod Zawacky here. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, as you know, 14 games on the board for Major League Baseball, hockey, NBA return tomorrow. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And over at Big Dogs Premium tonight, I've got my 10-star MLB No Limit Diamond Crusher. My top-rated play in tonight's MLB action. You can scoop that up singly, $20 over at Big Dogs Premium. Or it's Steak Friday, so I've got my triple taters going. That includes my 10-star MLB No Limit Diamond Crusher, as well as 2 other plays in MLB. I love you can scoop that up. Get that triple $37.77 over at Big Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK. Save it. Check out your 15% off there. Or, hey, it's the weekend. Grab that 3-day pass. Save even more on all my plays together. You'll get everything I got going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's action. So jump aboard. We got good old Game 6 going tomorrow night in the NBA. So jump aboard. Big weekend of action. I'm excited for this weekend. Going to be raking in the money. Time to hit the books hard.
Hit the books hard indeed with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dodge Prim. As he mentioned to you, Steak Friday, the triple up there. Of course, the 3-day pass is a great value there. And I know for a fact that if there is a Game 7 on Monday, and if there is a Game 6 in that NHL game, those 3-day passes, the customers will have those, right? You have them in Sunday?
Oh, you bet. They'll be in there. They'll be in there early Sunday. Definitely. If there's Game 7 going on Saturday, you'll definitely see those in there for Monday's action when you grab the 3-day pass.
There you go. So we'll have those plays in Sunday for the set for the hockey on Monday, the hockey on the NBA on Monday, if necessary. Those picks will be in Sunday, so you guys can get them on that 3-day pass because we'll see if this we think the Celtics. Rod's just showing you the caps, so you know there's going to be a pick in there for you on Monday's game, right? You're right, Rod.
I think so.
I think
Game
so.
7, here we come.
Here we come. So get that 3-day pass and get Rod's Game 7 I might be jinxing it here. Heat and the Celtics, right? All right, Rod. Okay, of course, we got a lot of stuff going on the weekends. Weekends a little differently on the format on that morning show, and of course, you and Chris with that Puck Dogs video series.
Yeah, definitely like, subscribe. That way you get notified when those Puck Dogs videos get released. We got some more. We got tomorrow night's action. Check that out. Should be released really shortly. Me and Chris love doing those shows. Sad to see that the season's almost over. But you know what? It's really, when you look at it, once the season's finally over, it might be about 64 days before NHL kicks back up again. So it's not long. It's so short that all of a sudden, well, hockey's back. Same with all the other sports. So definitely check those out and tune in on the weekends, 10 o'clock Eastern, where you'll see a bunch of familiar faces that you see right here on the drive-thru on the morning show. We all come in and give a play, so definitely tune into that. Appreciate everybody. Smash that thumbs up. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. And by the way, you said nobody likes any WNBA games. Yeah, well, I don't have any as a premium, but I got a little bet. I took the Chicago Sky plus all them boatload of points against the Mystics tonight. Chicago Sky off to a nice 2-0 start this season and getting a little bit disrespected. You're going to give me 4.5 points with what I think is the better team? I'll take him. Give me the Chicago Sky.
You can count on Rod. You can count on Rod. You can count on Rod for WNBA. And, of course, whenever the Aces are double-digit favorites, what do? You
bet against them. They do not cover double-digit spread.
They never cover. They never. That's right. It just seems that these double-digit dogs in WNBA just have a hard time getting there.
Hard time getting there, yeah. You can't be taking double digits, laying double digits in the WNBA.
Yeah.
That'll cost a lot.
Yeah, tough to do, guys. All right, Rod, have a great weekend. Enjoy the steak tonight, and we'll catch up with you again here on the Drive Thru Monday, but we'll catch you on the weekends.
Yeah, definitely have yourself a good night, Tony. I'm definitely going to enjoy the steak tonight, and see everybody tomorrow morning.
Got it. Rod Zawacky here on the Drive Thru. All right, guys, you missed a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. It is time now for Nick Menken. He's been on fire over at Pick Dodge Premium. Unit leader for the year 2023 over at Pick Dodge Premium. Catches video series as well with these Zerfy and Nerfies up there. Former collegiate baseball player in a big time school, right? So we'll bring in Nick right now. Nick, what's happening?
How's it going, Tony T? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. All right, here we go tonight. Major League Baseball, Royals and the Nationals. This one's a very close line here. Minus 105 on the Royals, total 9.5.
Yeah, not the most exciting game on today's slate, but one that I think we could capitalize on today. We got the Nationals currently coming in at 21-29, fifth in the NL East, while the Royals are 15-36, fifth in the AL Central. The Washington Nationals will have Patrick Corbin on the mound with a 3-5 record on 56 innings pitched. He also has 34 Ks on the season. Patrick Corbin still trying to find himself, but I will say in his last outing against the Detroit Tigers, he looked like his old self. He had his 3-pitch mix going for him. His fastball, his curveball, and his slider was working for him against that Detroit Tigers team. He went 6 innings pitched with 6 hits and 2 earned runs. I think he's going to pick up kind of where he left off. He's kind of starting to get into that rhythm of things. And then let's look at this Washington's offense. I mean, their run production over the past couple of weeks has gone up tremendously. They are currently 4th in all of MLB right now in hits, and they are also 3rd in the MLB in batting average, hitting .265 as a team. They are 4th and 6th in their last 10 games. They're coming off a loss to the San Diego Padres with a score of 8-6. They'll be matched up against Kansas City Jordan Lyles, who is 0-8 this season on 56 innings pitched, but he does have 43 strikeouts. Clearly, Lyles is still trying to figure himself out with an ERA of 7.15 ERA this season. Not good, but this Kansas City Royals team hasn't been good this whole season. They are currently 7-19 this season at home. This game is played in Kansas City. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, and they just lost their last game to the Detroit Tigers. I like the Washington Nationals money line. They're facing Lyles, who is still trying to figure it out with an 0-8 record. The way the Nationals have been swinging, I think that this game is going to be a blowout game, so to speak, on the Nationals side. So we're going Nationals money line.
All right, Nationals money line here from Nick, and for some reason, the Nationals like hitting on the road, right? Their run production is almost 5 runs a game, and of course, the issue there with Lyles, a high ERA rate, but the bullpen behind him, a high ERA as well. At home, Casey's bullpen an ERA of 5.7, so that's pretty high. We know the Nationals hit that. We know Nationals pound lefties, but we're seeing overall on the road they're scoring runs. No doubt about that here. And also, too, worth noting here with Corbin, Nick, and we have seen some improvement from Corbin of late. He is on a contract here.
Yeah, he is. So he does have to start picking it up for himself, especially with the 3-5 record. But what we saw out of him in his last outing against the Detroit Tigers, like I said, his pitches, I mean, they were working for him. He looked sharp. He looked like the old Corbin that we knew. Maybe he's got a little pressure knowing that his contract is ending this year, but I think he's going to find rhythm, especially against this Kansas City Royals lineup.
Yeah, Corbin is the type of pitcher that will probably get a 1-year contract from the Royals or maybe the Rockies, right?
Right.
I think this might be an audition for him, right? Because I think based on his overall performance during his contract, he's going to be hard to get that $140 million for 6 years. He may be looking at maybe $2 million a year with the Royals. Maybe this is an audition for him.
Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but who knows right now? Because I mean, you got Lyles, who is 0-8, so it's an addition for him as well. I mean, we'll see what he could do, but he's still struggling this year as well. Trying to fit in with a new ball club, but I think Corbin will start to turn his season around, and it started last week against the Detroit Tigers, and he's going to continue that success with the Royals tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, the Royals is a brutal 7-19 at home, man. That's tough. That's tough right there. Give almost 6 runs a game at home, and against with this Royal team. All right, here we go. Nationals minus 105 here against. Well, we just seen it even up. We just see the line move here to even here, even money here. Minus 105 against the Royals. This one to have a start time 8:10 Eastern time. All right, Nick, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Pim for tonight's action. Of course, Nick has been a unit leader over at Pick Dogs Pim. That number should read 2,305 units of profit. Nick has been on absolute fire for the year over at Pick Dogs Pim. You can verify that by going over to Nick's handicapper page and verifying those numbers fully documented over at Pick Dogs Pim. 2,305 units of profit. All right, Nick, what do you have going over at the site?
We got our MLB lock of the day going on for $20, and also my 3-pack bundle is out. We got a lot of MLB today, so we're capitalizing on that today. Check out my 3-day pass as well. We got a lot of big games on the slate this weekend, so go check it out at pickdogs.com.
That's right, guys. I get on board here with Nick Menken over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here from Nick. It's been on absolute fire right now. You want to definitely get on board with Nick. The numbers are showing you the fantastic results that he's been able to put together here on the site. So get on board. 2,305 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. And of course, you can get on board with his units with a single place for tonight, or probably the best thing to do is get those long-term passes, that 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You get all of Nick's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, the way Nick's running right now, you make it to that 1 month all sports pass. That's all of Nick's premium plays for 30 days, all his baseball for 30 days, NBA and NHL, end of the conference finals, and the entire finals covered there as well. And use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. That will take $45 off that 1 month all sports pass. So you want to go long term with Nick. He's been running really hot right now. You can see the numbers have been impressive. All right, Nick, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you next week. But you also contribute over at Pick Dogs with your Nerfy Your Fee video series, and we'll be on some during the weekend shows.
Yeah, we got the Nerfy and Yerfy, Nicky Nerfy show going out every day. Check that out at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. And also, I'll be on the weekend show Sunday with the crew.
All right, there you guys. You want to check them out. A lot more content here from Nick over here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. So when Nick is on these shows, or if you catch his plays with the Nerfy Yerfy, you want to be able to get on right away and get those winners. All right, Nick, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony, always a pleasure. Appreciate it.
You got it. Nick Menken here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And we'll get over to my play here in just a second here. Just want to make sure we've got everything set to roll here. Okay, let's go ahead and get down to my game here for tonight's action. Of course, we're going to be looking here at the game late tonight. It's the one everyone's looking forward to, right? No, they're not. They're not really looking forward to this game. It's the Astros and Athletics. Let me get to the. Let me go ahead and get to the full screen and get you all the odds in this one here in just a second right now. And let's see here. I think we're ready to roll here. Let me pull up the full odds here for you right now and get that information for you here on the screen. It is Astros Athletics here. Tonight, we see the Astros big favorites. Total sits here at 8.5. I'm going to be looking at the total in this game, and I'll be here on the under 8.5 here. We know the A's have really had some issues right now scoring runs. That has been a big issue here for this team. And also too, an issue I have here is with this Astros offense. Right, they really generate a lot of runs. We know on the mound here that Hunter Brown has been outstanding here. ERA 3.20, a K rate of 27%, 1.26 on the WHIP, limits the home runs. Caprian's had his issues with the home runs and the bullpen. But the Astro bullpen has performed really well this season. Also, one thing that's worth noting here is the Astros have really had struggles getting run production here against teams with even bad bullpens. They are definitely trending to the under when they face teams with poor bullpens. Numbers here, and I'm talking about poor bullpens defined as with ERAs of 4.50 or greater. We're going to give you some numbers here on this on Houston here, trending here to the under in this game or under. Right, they face a team with a horrible bullpen of over 5 ERA. They're 8-1 to the under, 12-2 to the under when they face a team whose bullpen ERA is 4.20 or under. They just don't generate enough offense. I could see this game finishing 6-1, 5-0. 6-2 at the most. I could see it here. So that's how we're going to look at it. They have not been able to punish these poor bullpens. So we're going to go under total here of 8.5 with this Athletics and the Astros game. And we know the Astros really have the pitching is really good. Hunter Brown is a good pitcher, good bullpen behind him. And we know this Oakland team has had their issues. We know the issue's been with pitching, but I don't believe the Astros lineup can really exploit the weaknesses here from this Oakland's pitching staff. But again, at home, Oakland's average just 3.3 runs a game, hitting 212. And if you look at some of their numbers here, Oakland has been held to 2 runs or fewer now in 7 straight games. 7 straight games, 2 runs or fewer. And actually in their series against Houston, this was about May 9th. Last week they faced Houston in a weekend series. Oakland scored 2-0 and 1, 2, and 0 runs. A total of 3 runs they scored over that weekend. So we're going under definitely in this one between Astros and Athletics. This one to have a start time here, 9:40 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. I've got plays up there right now. Four premiums up there. I got a best bet here from Major League Baseball as well as a 3-pack from baseball as well. So 4 premiums going. Of course, you go with my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that time period. Just select. When you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's get to. Let's just give you a quick recap. Let's get to the recap, and then we'll do the scores for you guys. We started off here with El Ninos. Al liked the Dodgers Rays over 9. Sean was on the Blue Jays minus 149 against the Twins. Brad was on the Rangers plus 115 against the Orioles. Brian liked the Giants plus 120 against the Brewers. Rod liked the Braves run line, lay the run in half plus 127 against the Phillies. Nick was on the Nationals minus 105 against the Royals. We also had myself here, Astros Athletics under 8.5 runs. The one I like the most, I like El Ninos' play here, Dodgers Rays over 9. All right, let's get to give you some scores here, scoreboard update for you if you would. We know the Reds did it again, right? They beat another left-hander. They're now 11-6 against left-handed starters. 9-0. They pound the Cubs. Cubs continue their troubles this year. They were really a cold hitting team. I think over their past 10 games, they were hitting just 188 as they began playing this game. It was a pounding there that they took in that one. So the final there, 9-0 here was the Reds as they were able to exploit. I mean, you got to look at these numbers. You can't, you got a lefty starter. You don't want him going up against the Reds. Hunter Green with a really good performance. So yeah, over the past 10 games, Cubs just 204 against right-handers. And when the Reds face left-handed starters, averaging nearly 6 runs a game, hitting 287. There you go. So that's what you look for. Look for those angles there. So there you go with that game. And also Dodgers and Reds. The Dodgers have pushed one across here. So a 1-0 Dodgers against the Rays. That's the marquee game of the night. The replay of the 2020 World Series. Dodgers Rays. The first meeting since that World Series. But you know they're going to be meeting every year now with this new schedule. So there's your final score there in this one. All right, and then we get into the regular action today. Here, top of the first here, we got White Sox and Tigers. No score, top of the first. And then we get to the Rangers, Orioles, top of the hour. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in Monday live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So look over their place for you live here on the show. And don't forget all the video series here on the show. First off, the live show on the weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch, Chris, and Ron. And a lot of the drive-thru cappers come on board and give out the live picks as well on that Saturday show. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His betting tools shows. It's Nerfies, Yerfies. Ron Romanelli with his baseball running on a pick from every game on the board from Major League Baseball from Ron Romanelli. Also, NBA Jam Session. There will be a Jam Session tomorrow. As Jay said, if there's a game, there's a live Jam Session and a morning drop. So make sure you tune in for that 4 p.m. Eastern time, because that NBA game will be going on later in the night, 8:30 Eastern time on Saturday. And of course, don't forget the Puck Dogs video series with Rod and Chris. And of course, we got Mills's prop videos as well on the board. Mike Davis with his live shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also his prize picks and his first 5 innings picks for you as well. And lots of content. Of course, we can't forget the Nerfy Yerfies from Nick, who's been on fire here on the site. Top unit producer over at Pick Dogs. So guys, you want to check out all that information, get on board with that. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Let's bring in our crew for tonight. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you.